Greetings! Today is the big day. The JACKERY Explorer 500 finally goes on sale on Amazon, which means you can actually buy one. Now everybody knows that these portable power stations can charge your laptop, your cell phone, or your tablet, but I'm going to show you 10 super cool things that you can do with a JACKERY Explorer 500 that you probably never thought of before. Now, stick around to the end because I'm going to give you a promo code to get over $100 off of one of these. Let's go check it out. Number 1, keeping your food cold. Now, this is my Dometic CFX 35 quart refrigerator. It's running on 12 volts directly off the JACKERY Explorer 500, and we're pulling 42 watts. So while it's running, it pulls 42 watts. Now it only runs about 20 minutes per hour. But let's just be conservative and say it runs 30 minutes an hour, so half the time. It'll actually run 24 hours off of one charge of the JACKERY Explorer 500. Now your mileage is going to vary depending on the size of the 12 volt refrigerator or if you're running 12 volt or AC. Now if you decide to run your refrigerator off of AC power, don't forget there's like about a 20% loss in the inverter. Something that would normally run 50 watts on DC power would take 60 watts on AC power. So it's always more efficient to use the DC port to power devices if you can. The number 2 use is making ice. Now I have this Verimi ice machine, which if you're interested, it's up on my Amazon page, hobotech.tv/Amazon. You can actually use the JACKERY Explorer 500 to make ice because the inverter on it is 500 watts, so it can handle refrigeration. So you just add some water to the ice machine, hit the power button, and it starts doing its thing. Now if you're wondering how long you can run an ice machine like this size, this is about a 150 watt machine. You can make ice for about 3 hours on one full JACKERY charge. Number 3 is keep the mice away. Now it's a well-known fact that mice will not nest in bright light conditions, so if you put lights on your engine, mice are much less likely to nest and start chewing your wires, which is one of the issues I had happen. If you want to see that video, you check that out. One of the solutions I found is to use at least 10 watt LED lights. These are 5 watts each. I got them for free from Stan. They're the Harbor Freight solar panel lights, and they work quite well. They're pretty bright. Definitely keeps them nesting mice away. All you have to do is turn on the DC power. You got some bright lights and you stick them on top of your engine and that keeps the mice away. So how long can you run these lights? Approximately 50 hours before you run out of power on the JACKERY Explorer 500. So you can run them several days, no problem. Number 4, lighting up your camp. You can use the JACKERY Explorer 500 to power a multitude of lights to light up the camp inside or out. This, for example, is a Ryobi 20 watt LED light, and in this case, hit the power button and it's bright, very bright. You could spot deer with this thing, or bears, or whatever, from 100 yards away, a couple hundred yards away with this bright light. Now I'm going to show you on screen a picture of the strip lights that I use. They're LED hanging lights that I use to light up my camp outside. I generally only use them if I'm camping with other people and we're gonna have a campfire and stuff, because it does take a little bit of time to set up. But these lights are awesome. They're 35 watts. If you watch my live streams of the RTR, that's what I use to light up the camps. Those lights can run off the JACKERY Explorer 500 for about 15 hours before this thing needs to be recharged. Now a 20 watt work light like this one is going to last a lot longer, probably over 20 hours on one full charge. Number 5, how about all this stuff at the same time? DJI drone batteries. You're going to get at least 8 to 10 complete charges. Portable power tools like the screwdriver. Dozens of recharges for that. How about the Ryobi batteries for your power tools or any other kind of power tools? You're going to get a dozen charges out of that. The JACKERY Bolt, which is something I'm going to do a little review on later. You can charge that thing up dozens of times off of one JACKERY Explorer 500. About your camera batteries, that's my DSLR USB charger for my camera batteries, the camera I'm using to film this right now. I can charge my camera batteries off this dozens of times. How about this little inverter? I have this little 150 watt 12-volt inverter, again available on my Amazon page. Plug that into the 12-volt outlet, and you can use that to charge, in this case, my camcorder. So you can do all this at the same time. We're only drawing 28 watts right now because most of this stuff's already charged, but I think you get the idea. You can do all kinds of gadgets, everything all at the same time with a big battery like this because you can run all the outputs at the same time. Makes it very convenient if you need to get a lot of stuff done. Like if I'm doing a lot of shooting and I need to have all my batteries charged up, or if I'm doing a lot of power tool stuff, or if I'm running drones, I want to be able to charge a battery in the field while I'm flying the drone. That's exactly what I can do with the Explorer 500. Item number 6, recharge your electric bike. Many people have electric bikes now with these big lithium batteries. You're probably wondering how much of this can go into this. Well, this is actually over 700 watt hours, and this is 518 watt hours. So from completely dead, the JACKERY Explorer 500 can charge my 13.5 amp hour e-bike battery up to 70%. Now, since I never drain this to 100%, I actually don't ever drain it down to 30%. This will get me a full charge on a normal day. If you want to see it in action, all you gotta do is power up the AC, and this is a full sine wave inverter, so it has no problem running the electronics to charge my battery. Now this particular charger is from Lunicycle. It does 300 watts of charging when the battery's low. Now the battery's almost topped up, so it's only doing about 100 watts right now. But you can see, works perfectly fine. Number 7, stay cool using fans. Now, this is just a cheap Walmart fan that I've had for a couple of years. It's kind of beat up. I've used it outside on the Sportsman generator to keep it cool. I use it inside the van to circulate the air conditioning. It uses, let's see what it's using today. It uses 24 watts, and that's on high. Now, different size fans are gonna use different size power. So say your fan's approximately 30 watts, you'll get 17 hours out of a full charge on a JACKERY Explorer 500. This will probably get about 20 hours if I ran it straight, because it's about 25 watts. Number 8, running your computer. And I have this little mini PC here. Basically it's a full-size desktop computer in a tiny package. It's running an Intel i7 processor, SSD drives, 32 gigs of RAM. The only thing it doesn't have is a graphics card. It has the built-in Intel graphics, but other than that, I can render videos. For a 15-minute video, it takes 15 minutes, so it renders pretty quick. Now, the JACKERY Explorer 500 can power this computer for about 12 hours, and that's generally going to be at idle or web surfing. Now, if I'm rendering, it'll pull up to 120 watts of power, and then I can only get about 4 hours off of a full charge. So PC and monitor right now is only pulling 43 watts. Now that's using the AC output for the computer and DC output for the monitor. Now I do have a DC power block for my computer, and when I'm boondocking and I'm not plugged in, I run my computer off of 12 volts because it's even more efficient. Since I'm plugged into shore power, I just use the AC cable, and in this case, I'm just running it off the Explorer 500 as a demonstration to show you what you can do. Number 9, powering movie night. Yes, I have this cool Pico projector that has autofocus, everything. It's really bright. We use this outside in Lake Havasu to watch movies. This is Pat's. If you guys know Pat from my vlog videos, he let me borrow this, and it's super cool. You can project this on the side of your RV or van, or there's a fold-out screen that he gave me. Watch movies outside. Now this takes about 50 watts on full brightness, which will give you 10 solid hours of movie time. And that's on one full charge of the JACKERY Explorer 500. Now if you don't have a cool projector like this, and you just have a regular TV/computer monitor, I have that plugged into the JACKERY too. This is my 12-volt TV/monitor that I do all my work on. And it uses 20 watts, so you can get pretty much a full 24 hours of power on your TV or monitor. Last but not least, you can actually power your entire rig off the JACKERY Explorer 500 as long as your load draw is below 500 watts. Now, I have a 30 amp hookup, but I have an adapter on here for 15 amp. Just plug it right into the AC. Now it's a hot day, and I do have everything turned off inside. And there it goes. It's powering everything in the van right now. Now, obviously, you only want to run a refrigerator or some small appliances, but you wouldn't want to run an air conditioner or a microwave or anything like that. It's just not going to handle loads like that. But you could actually pump some power back into your house batteries. So how long you could be able to power your rig off the Explorer 500? Well, your results are going to vary, but you're only going to get a couple of hours at most, even on low draw, because there's so much waste in the converter. Most of the time, if you pull 200 or 300 watts, you're gonna wind up wiping out the Jackery in less than 2 hours. But for an emergency situation, hey, if you need that power to power some stuff inside and you don't want to have to run a bunch of extension cords, maybe hooking it up to your rig is the solution. Other things that the Jackery Explorer 500 can power: single serve coffee machines, hair dryers on low, personal electric heaters like those little 100 watt ones, electric can openers, most blenders, box fans like those big box fans you can put in your windows, bug zappers, TVs and computer monitors, projectors, Blu-ray players, game consoles, stereos, most PCs and laptops, printers, tablets, radios, stereos, curling irons, dehumidifiers, electric blankets, sewing machines, and filtered water dispensers. Now, I do have a filtered water dispenser I was going to show you guys, but running out of time. Now, the Explorer 500 is not a miracle machine. There are some things that can't power. In fact, there's a lot of things that can't power. You can't use a big drip coffee machine on this. It just doesn't have the inverter power. Instant pots, even the smallest ones, are going to draw 600 watts. It's too much. Microwaves, obviously. Toasters, air conditioners, it's not going to happen. Space heaters, like over 500 watts, aren't going to happen. Electric irons, vacuums, power tools is probably not going to run off the Explorer 500. Now, I did try to run my 5000 BTU air conditioner off the Explorer 500. I think the startup load is just too high. It just immediately shuts off the Jackery. So, sorry, even if you could run it, you're only going to get an hour anyway. So what's the point? The thing takes 10 hours to charge. You're only going to get 1 hour of air conditioning a day. That's not a good deal. So after all the draining that you just did on the Jackery Explorer 500 with all the stuff I showed you, how the heck are you going to recharge the thing? Let's show you. So what's the best way to recharge the Explorer 500? With its companion 100 watt solar panel. This is the Solar Saga 100. Just did a review on it. I'll throw a link up in the corner if you want to check that out. Let's set it up. I'll show you how quick it is. Got a couple snaps. Got the stands in the back. Set it up like that. Got the little short cable which goes to the solar panel itself, which you can plug right in here. We've got the Anderson connectors. Plug it into the Jackery, move it out of the sun, and that's it. It's charging. So today we have a little bit better sun. We got 63 watts, and it'd be a little higher than that if the Explorer 500 wasn't almost full. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. As I mentioned in the beginning, the Explorer 500 goes on sale today. And for HoboTech viewers, if you use the checkout code at Amazon, HoboTech E500, you'll get 20% off. That's $100 off the Explorer 500. I also have a special code today, is in effect as of right now. If you use HoboTech S100, you'll get 20% off the Solar Saga 100 solar panel. So these two go perfectly together. Here's your chance to get 20% off of both of them at the same time. Get them shipped together to your door, and you're ready for the summer. So if you liked the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, you know what to do. That's it for now. Till next time.
Odin commands you to like and subscribe, and clean my litter box.
Now there is one more really important use for the Jackery Explorer 500. Oh yes. Oh, so straight. Oh, so beautiful. Odin approves. Or not. Hey, thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe, share, and like. And we'll see you guys next time. Say hi, Odin.
Randolph Feuerheim, Army Golf Guy, Joe Lazaro, Hat.